There's this one bit in my notes where I've got this simple table. We can restore connection or we can live the disconnection. And he looked at that table and he paused. And it was as if time just stopped dead for a moment. And then he said, "This is me." I want to share a story of deep joy. This is a story of a guy named Tony, I'll call him Tony, who I know as one of the inmates in my role as a chaplain in the prison. It started off a bit unexpected, really. Tony came to me basically to just let off his steam and his upset about the fact that there's no psychologist in this prison. At the other prison, he got to talk to the psychologist and it was so helpful. Why isn't there a psychologist in this prison? I got that he just wanted to complain, and I did what all of my fellow chaplains do. I just listened to him. And I just gave him that space to let off that steam. But as he expressed his feeling and his frustration, I thought, look, I'm here and we can do something together. If you like, I can meet with you. I can take you through some Bible readings. I can pray with you. We can do all sorts of things. I can also take you through this course that I'm developing myself on emotional health. It's up to you. He said, I want to do that one. I want to do that course with you. I thought, okay, sure. It'll be a bit of a pilot program, but hey, let's do it. So that's what we did. I met with Tony for a number of sessions up till the point when he was released a couple of months later. And I took him through this course I was developing on understanding emotional health and emotional connection. And each of the sessions was basically just boiling down what the essence of our humanity is, that we're wired by God for connection. I bring into the course all of my own journey of the last 20-something years in understanding how the brain works and understanding how attachment works. And it was amazing. I soon discovered from what was an unexpected beginning that this was exactly what he wanted and exactly what God wanted him to have. I'll give you an example. In our second session, the topic was connection, and I just talked him through the essence of connection. We're wired by God for connection. There's this one bit in my notes where I've got this simple table. We can restore connection or we can live the disconnection. Connection comes through being present, being attentive, having warmth, having respect, listening. The disconnection happens when we don't have that attention, that listening, that warmth, that respect. And he looked at that table and he paused, and it was as if time just stopped dead for a moment. And then he said, "This is me. This is my life." And it was like a lightning bolt hit him. And it was one of many moments in these sessions where this emotion welled up in him and tears would flow, and it was tapping into the deepest part of him. And it just blew me away. I thought, wow, this is hitting him. This is what it's all about. To see that here was a guy tackling what really is the hardest parts of life. All of the experiences and memories of disconnection and hurt and brokenness that he, like all of us, are exposed to and carry into our being, and he was tackling it. Over the next few weeks, I saw him again at chapel services and Bible studies, and then I met a few more times to do these sessions, and then he was released. But over that time, I could see the impact was happening. he'd turn up to chapel and I'd look over and I think, wow, Tony looks happy. He wasn't like this before. He looks lighter, he looks happier. And I would notice little things changing, like the way he interacted with the other inmates, the way he spoke up, the way he was trying to support the other inmates, the way he would speak up for himself, the way he would challenge other inmates, the way he challenged me. You know, it was amazing. And I thought, that's joy coming out. That's the connection going in and the healing and the processing of the disconnection coming out. And it leads to freedom and strength and resilience and power. And it was amazing. You know, he'd speak up in the group and he'd challenge me, Andy, we need to do this. Come on, you got to make it happen. And I'm thinking, okay, wow, you go, brother. Before he was released, he said, Andy, I want to keep meeting with you and do some more of this. I want to finish the course with you. A few weeks later, Tony was released and he wanted to meet up with me again. It was just amazing to see him taking what God gave us and bringing it into the rest of his life, back to his family, back to his work, back to his new life on the outside, his life of freedom, including him wanting to get back to church and get regularly to church again. He told me about the time he was with his family and his 2 boys, and like often happens, there was a moment when the boys were having some sort of fight, some sort of trouble, and it was a bit messy and they were upset, and so he came in with his connection and he got down to their level and he did what we talked about. He listened to the boys and he tried to understand what was going on, and then he just gave his support and his presence and his positive spirit, his heart, and it made a difference. He said, it worked. This stuff works. And I just thought, amazing, yes, absolutely it works.